Welcome into another edition of Titan Table Talk. I'm Matt Sosler, following another exciting week of Titan athletics, and with an even more emphatic week ahead, we're going to break everything down. Adriana Crabtree of women's cross country heads down to Spartanburg, South Carolina for the national championships, her third straight appearance at nationals. We'll talk with her coming up in just a bit, but right here in Bloomington, women's volleyball will host a regional after they captured the CCIW title over Carthage College in a sweep. We're first joined by head coach Kim Nelson-Brown. Coach, first off, congratulations. A lot going through your head at this time. The conference championship, the selection show just took place. How are you feeling?
Excited. Obviously, it's a little bit different position we're in this year compared to last year. Last year, we knew we had to win the conference tournament to get into the NCAAs. This year, we just wanted to win because it just kind of capitalized on the season that we had, right? And so we knew we were in, but obviously hoping to host, and now we're hosting, so this is fantastic.
Before we get into hosting and Asbury, who you'll take on Thursday, the CCIW Tournament Championship, taking on a Carthage team for the second time this year, a team that took a set off of you up in Kenosha. You handle them in 3. How important was getting that sweep and putting an exclamation point on another perfect conference campaign?
Obviously, I respect Leanne and what she does up at Carthage. She's been a very successful coach, so I know that her team's going to be playing their best volleyball at this time of year. And so a month doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot in the process of how we compete and how we train. And so I didn't know we'd sweep them. I mean, obviously, I felt like confident that we could win, but I wasn't sure if we'd get it done in 3. And if you were at the match, you saw the second set, and we were down for the most part. And I think we were down 23-21 at one point, or maybe even more than that. And we fought our way back and won 25-23. And so to see that was huge. I think that was a huge momentum play or momentum situation for us. And then we definitely started the third set and just kind of took off with it from there.
Not only that, but coming up this week, that could be a situation that you find yourself in, and now you practice that in a championship atmosphere.
Right. And, the teams we're going to play, it's the best of the best, right? So we're now playing 64 of the best Division III volleyball programs right now in the country, and so there will be a lot of those type of situations, and hopefully our experience through regular season and the conference championship will prepare us for that.
Titan head women's volleyball coach Kim Nelson-Brown is on the show following their conference championship and their ticket punch to the NCAA tournament. Before we dive into the regional to be played here in Bloomington, 7 all-conference selections, including yourself and your staff for Coaching Staff of the Year. Congratulations. What does that mean to this program to have the depth and to have just all those accolades dished out to the team?
Thank you. Obviously from the beginning of season, we've talked about the balance of our offense, and I think a lot of times when you think of certain programs, you think of 1 or 2 key players. I think all of them had their moments to shine this season, and, we can get done, and I think it was Wheaton, our lowest person, hit 330. And when you have an offense that's balanced, it makes it difficult for our opponents. And so I think them receiving all conference honors, that was recognized within the conference. And so we appreciate that, and we appreciate them being acknowledged for that. I do think Kaylin and Carly were deserving of those honors too, because they had their moments this season during conference also. But 7 is pretty awesome. And obviously seeing Frenchie get Offensive Player of the Year and Soph getting Setter of the Year, I thought those are really good honors for both of them, because Soph definitely led our offense, and French is French. I mean, she's just a threat both in the front row, behind the service line, and in defense.
You're hosting a regional for the first time since 2017. Not only that, but you get a chance to play in front of the Shirk Center fans for at least another week. How important is home court advantage in this situation?
It's awesome. It's awesome. Our fans have been phenomenal all season, and, we were on the road quite a bit this year, and so there wasn't a lot of opportunities for them to come, and I think with each match we've had since we started back on the home stretch October 29th, our fans have increased, and we appreciate them, and we really hope that they'll come out and continue to support us through this next journey of this week in the regionals, and there's a reason why we were number 4 in the country last year in attendance, and we've got a fantastic community. We have fantastic student athletes who come out and support each other, so we're really, really lucky, and we appreciate that. Makes a huge difference.
This team has been here before. Last year, you mentioned winning the conference championship to get into the tournament, and then taking that momentum, going on a run all the way to the Sweet 16. How does last year, even though you went on the road, it was kind of live to fight another day, parlay into this year where your players, your staff, they know what it takes to succeed in this tournament?
I think last year there was a moment where our team didn't necessarily believe we could get that far, and the coaching staff did, but the players didn't all buy in. And then there was this pivotal moment during our season last year that all of a sudden they're like, well, you know what, we might be able to do this. And that's where we went on our run. I think when season ended, and ending the way we did, really motivated them. The moment they started training again in the off season, the way they approached their summer workouts, the way they sold the program to our incoming freshmen at the time. From the moment they stepped on campus in August, it was just a different feel. And as a coach, when you've done this as long as I have, it really kind of makes itself obvious. Even our coaches who've been around for a while, and Ty, who was a player and now a coach, she's like, it feels different. And it was that feeling of being bought in from the beginning. Obviously hosting the 2025 championships here gives you some other motivation, right? But we knew probably in October, it was like the second week of October, that if we could win out and play well, there was a chance that we could potentially be at home the rest of the way. And we finished our regular season with 2 weeks at home, and so we knew going into that, we're like, this could be a really good situation to be in and play with our home crowd, and it was phenomenal. So our dreams have come true.
They've come true, and it starts off with Asbury. I know you just found out that you're taking them on at the time of this interview, maybe 20, 30 minutes ago?
About 40 minutes
ago. At this
point
in time. 22-7 out of the College Conference of the South. You said that it's the top 64 teams in the country. There's a reason why every team is here. What are your initial thoughts on the Eagles?
You know what? Honestly, I have no initial thoughts. I know that they have a player who's kind of local. She's from over near the Peoria area, so I'm sure they're going to bring a nice little supporting crowd over for her. And so that's about the extent that I know right now. I need to start doing some research. I know they've had a great season, and I've seen their name all over the place. So just need to watch some film and just kind of get a sense there.
Couple more for you before we let you go. Watch some of that film, take in the scout, and get to work with your team. What does it take to succeed at this time of year?
Our players, something that we say to our team all the time is just be consistently good. We don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be awesome. We just need to be consistently good. And I think that's what got us here, and that's what we need to continue to focus on and continue to do moving forward.
Following that, what's it going to take to start things off on the right note on Thursday against the Eagles?
Playing our game. Playing our system and really just focusing on us. I think you can get wrapped up in a lot of the semantics of the NCAA tournament and just the process that you have to do. You've got to march out. Everything is just so disciplined and structured, and sometimes you can get overwhelmed with that. And we've got to remember that's just stuff we can't control, and really just keep focusing on some of the things that we can't control.
The Titans open up their NCAA tournament quest this Thursday against Asbury. First serve for the green and white is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Other regional action inside the Shirk Center will begin earlier on Thursday, starting at 11:30 a.m. I encourage you to come out. It's going to be a great time, great volleyball. It's the most important time of the year for Titan women's volleyball. Coach, once again, thanks so much.
Thank you, and thank you to all the fans. We appreciate you.
Adriana Crabtree, heading to Spartanburg, South Carolina. She joins me and you after this on Titan Table Talk.
They say every challenge holds an opportunity. At Illinois Wesleyan, you've got the power to seize it. Here you'll find the tools, mentors, and real-world experiences to take on any challenge and become the person you're meant to be. The best college in Illinois for landing a job? You're looking at it.
Tap or click now to start your free application
and break through at Illinois Wesleyan University.
Welcome Welcome back to Titan Table Talk. I'm Matt Sosler. We just heard from head women's volleyball coach Kim Nelson-Brown. The Titans are going to the national tournament. We are now joined by somebody else who's going to nationals from women's cross country, Adriana Crabtree. Adriana, congratulations on a strong performance at regionals, heading to nationals this upcoming weekend in Spartanburg, South Carolina. How did your performance go this past weekend?
Yeah, thank you. It was pretty decent performance. Probably not my best, but I got what I needed to get done and headed on to nationals, so that's good. I'd say the Wartburg course for regionals is not my favorite. I don't know. Not that it went how I expected, but I don't know. Sometimes it just happens that way.
How does a regional performance like that help prepare you for the national stage?
Yeah, I mean, you get to see a lot of really good competition. So I was up against girls that I'll know I'll be up against at nationals, and it's fun, the camaraderie with other teams. After a few years, like, you get to know the girls. A lot of us are seniors, so I don't know. It's all encouraging, and obviously with our CCIW. People as well, like, coming across the finish line, there's a few other girls that are on the fence, and it's like, oh, like what place for you, like, and it's like just like hoping that that everyone gets the chance to qualify for nationals. It's just a fun time, especially like at the end, like once you cross the finish line, just knowing some of the people and just encouraging them. So
this is the third year for you going to nationals. How does year one and year two help prepare you routine-wise for what to expect in Spartanburg this weekend?
Yeah, I'd say the first 2 years, it was a lot of just going and not really knowing what to expect. I feel like that's helped me now prepare. I feel like this is like my senior year. It's my last chance to just give it my all. So it helps me to know that, like, I belong there, that I can go out and perform to the best of my ability, and not to be afraid of how good the competition is, and use that like going in as like I'm capable. So
Matt Sosler alongside three-time national qualifier Adriana Crabtree. We talked about earlier when we had you on pre-conference the benefits of running pre-nationals at the same course. You won that meet. How does that play a role in how you prepare for this upcoming weekend, knowing that you've seen the course before, you've been through the longer travel routine, and just trying to replicate that against a much larger and tougher field?
yeah, so we'll get to go out on Wednesday, so a few days before the competition this time. I think it also just kind of is nice because not only do I know the course, but I was there with my whole team. So I think having that positive, like, oh, my whole team was here with me, like, having those positive memories associated with the course, not even just winning, obviously, like, that's helpful too. But I think I had a really great overall experience on the course when we went, probably, was it a month and a half ago? And so I'm really looking forward to this course and what it'll be like.
Regardless of what happens this weekend, you're one of the most decorated runners in Titan history, setting program record after program record. Reflect on your time as a Titan heading into your final meet of cross-country season.
Yeah. Oh, that's a sad one. It's sad to see it ending, but I've just had such a great experience at Wesleyan. Genuinely wouldn't want to go anywhere else. Wouldn't have wanted to have this experience anywhere else, like TGOE, you know? Yeah, I don't even know. I could go into a lot of detail, but it's just been a great experience, and it's sad wrapping it up, but Brooke and Abby were also competing. There are seniors that have gone through all 4 years with me, and the finish line at regionals is a little sad, our last 6K together. But then again, it's bittersweet because we also have track season, so it's hard to feel all those emotions when you still do have a lot of time left.
What are some of the differences in the national meet going back inside the course compared to other meets, other than the fact that it's against the top competition in the country?
Yeah, the atmosphere is so different. It's super loud. It's super. It depends on how you look at it. I think my freshman year, or no, I guess it was my sophomore year when I qualified, it was really overwhelming. Like, it was like, wow, like, these are the best runners in the nation. These are, like, it's super loud, it's super encouraging, but like now when it's like I look at it, it's like, wow, like this is really cool. It's a great experience. Yeah, like it's hard to explain because it's not like anything I've ever experienced before.
Adriana Crabtree on Titan Table Talk ahead of her third trip to nationals taking place in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Adriana, a couple more before I let you go. You've handled this travel once. What are some of the differences in making a longer trek going to South Carolina, especially this time of year when you ran it in pre-nats? The weather was more neutralized in Illinois compared to South Carolina. It's about 30 degrees here. Expected to be 50s, 60s down south at this time of year. How do you adjust when dealing with those differences?
Yeah, I think a lot of it for me is not thinking too much about it. I'm just going to go out there and compete to the best of my ability and try not to get caught up on the little details. It'll be different, but I think it'll also be good, especially if it's in the low 60s. Like, that's pretty great running weather, and just makes it, like, overall, I think, a better experience when you're not just like shaking. I know freshman year when Annalise Chudy qualified, it was Nationals was in Michigan and it was snowing on the course and so cold. So I'm lucky that it's in South Carolina, I would say.
Adriana, I got one more before I let you go. What's your goal for this weekend in Nationals?
Honestly, it's hard to put an actual goal on myself. I think I definitely want to be an All-American. I think that would be a great way to leave my senior year, and I'd be happy with that goal. But I think getting, as close to the top as I can get would be amazing. And I don't know, grateful for the experience, and I'm really just gonna try to go out there and compete. So.
With that, that'll wrap up this edition of Titan Table Talk. My thanks to our entire crew, our producer, Tyler Wilson. It's another exciting weekend in Titan athletics. Head out to the Shirk Center. Men's basketball takes the court on Wednesday. Women's volleyball hosts a regional Thursday through Saturday, and plenty of other action all across the country. Check out iwsports.com for the latest and greatest information on all of your Titan teams. For now, I'm Matt Sosler. Have a great rest of your week and go Titans.